Hello, everybody. This is Jason F. Smith, creator of the Shades of Intimacy and Modern Day Warrior Intensive, found at jasonfsmith.com. Welcome to the Daily Download Podcast Edition, where today's topic is the spontaneity of a birthday. The spontaneity of a birthday. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Daily Download. Okay, last night I had a fantastic experience, and I want to share that with you. It was my son's 22nd birthday party, and I say party loosely. It was his 22nd birthday, and all week, all month, I had been trying to feel into the situation and feel what he needed, what was supposed to happen, what way could we celebrate this great kid? What would be the thing that would delight him, maybe challenge him, maybe make him feel cared for, loved, all of those things. And interestingly enough, as happens once in a while when you're doing this for another person, you just don't get any answers. And I started to make some plans, and then boom, those plans would fall through. And then I'd start to make some other plans, and those plans didn't work out. And I got this sense, I have this trust. I have this trust of my feelings. So I knew there was something, but it just wasn't coming. And so I didn't panic. I just kept going. I kept going. So yesterday, March 2nd, his birthday came. It was a Friday, so it was a work day. So we did all our work, went along. And I started to think maybe nothing was going to happen. Like nothing was going to happen. I was trying a little bit here, trying a little bit there, and then just nothing happened. And it came time to about, 7 o'clock at night. And I was with my wife, Jennie, and we were just sitting there, and I go, Riley is at the house, and I said, let's ask him if he wants to go to ice cream. I know, that sounds crazy, but that was what came up to me. It's like, what about ice cream or dinner or a movie? Like, let's ask him right now and do something spontaneous. So we ended up going down, and we said, hey, Riley, would you like ice cream? And he laughed, and he said, I would love to do something with you guys. And he came up, and it was me, Jennie, and Riley, and we sat around the kitchen table, and we began to have some dinner, which I had bought some sushi from the local market, and we fixed drinks, and we just started to talk, and this flow happened, this flow between parents and children, adult children, really. And we ended up staying there till 2 a.m. And what, for me, you have to ask him, it's a little separate, was one of the best birthdays, offerings that I've ever given to somebody, in just participating in this flow. And we were all together, and the three of us, and we just sat and talked, and we brought up different subjects and life subjects, and there was humor, and there was serious topics, and we just went along in this vein, in this spontaneous vein. And we reached out to a number of people as we started to enjoy the evening and said, hey, this is developing into quite a collective, the three of us here. And so we invited other people, and no one came. They would check in on text and say, well, I can't, or I'm doing this, or I'd love to be there, but I'm doing something else. But it was still a conversation with us all. And in that conversation, it was just the three of us, mother, father, son, just an evening of talking, of spontaneity. And so I'm going to ask you a question. Why is this important? Like, why would I bring this up right now, besides sharing something that was obviously just freaking awesome to me? Like, it was just a beautiful, beautiful, crazy night. That we have this ability to connect like this. And so why am I bringing it up? Well, why I'm bringing it up is because a lot of what we do in relationship is to plan things. We plan things out. You set up the date a month ahead of time. You get the reservations. You get the party list. You planned things. You plan things in romance. You put things in plans. You put effort into it beforehand, and it pays off later on. So I teach that a lot. I live what I teach. I put a lot of effort into events beforehand in complete focus so that when we get into the event, it can go well. And yet here I was coming up on this event that I could not plan because intuitively something different was supposed to happen. So I kept trying to plan, it didn't work. Trying to plan, it didn't work. Now I didn't get too frustrated. I was rolling along with it. And there it is. It's like 7:00 at night. I'm like nothing is going to happen. And it was like, no, go ask if he wants ice cream. So spontaneity struck, and Jenny and I went down, and there we will go. And we ended up into this long evening of talk and laughter and insight and feeling into one another, caring for each other, challenging each other, connecting with each other, creating with each other. So the spontaneity bubbles up. The lesson I want you to learn is the spontaneity bubbles up. And when in the matter of the heart, you feel something as simple as, let's do this now, do it. Do it. That's my challenge to you. When I was a little kid, I'm going to share another little story. This was a famous thing my parents did with me. So I'm really little, like 4 or 5 or 6 in that area. And down where we lived in California, there was a ice cream store called Baskin-Robbins, and they're still around. I see them up here in Heber a couple times. Not in Heber, Salt Lake in Utah. And they closed at 11 down there, and my parents would swoop into my room after I'd been put to bed at 8 or something, wake me up like at 10:30 or 10:45. We'd go, Baskin-Robbins run, and throw me in the car, and we would make these mad surprise dashes to the ice cream place. And so maybe that's why I sat there last night and said, let's offer them ice cream, because that was such a thread in my childhood, these surprises of spontaneity. So when you're looking at connecting with your partner, you show that love a lot by engineering something, by this is planned, this is all in, you put it in and you make sure it works. You do the legwork, you get the whole thing set up and ready, and you put the effort in beforehand so that it can bloom later in a relaxed way. But you also on the other side of that polarity is be totally open to, I don't know what we're going to do. Boom, let's do this. And so that balance of polarity creates the opportunity for even more magic in a totally different way, an unplanned way. So how do you apply this? That's really easy. Feel into someone, like right now, today. Feel into a loved one. It could be your partner. It could be a parent. It could be your children. It could be a friend. Feel into them right now. Like, what would delight them in this moment? It could be a text. It could be buy them a flower. It could be something even more elaborate, like you might run them a bath and light some candles and surprise them. You might read them a poem. You might give them a shoulder rub. You might lend them a book. You might just stop by and say hi, visit their kids. Maybe your friends have some kids and you stop by and you say hi to them and their kids. Could be anything, but it could be spontaneous in the moment, and there can be free attention in that. So you're not drilling down on expecting a result. You just go, hey, what does this person need? How about this? Ice cream. Go to the ice cream store, buy them an ice cream, tub ice cream, stop by their house, drop them off and say, hey, I thought you want some ice cream. Give them a hug. Thank you. Swoosh, out of there. And see what happens. See what happens when you open yourself to the space of spontaneity. We teach so much. We teach so much about planning, because without planning, you just end up sitting in ruts and routines. But there is a polarity between planning and spontaneity. So today, pick someone out in your family, pick someone out in your friends, your closest allies in the world and do something spontaneous. Feel into them and then give them a gift. Okay, you've got your assignment. Get to it. This is Jason F. Smith, signing off.